Operating system. An operating system, or OS, is a software program that enables the computer hardware to communicate and operate with the computer software. Without a computer operating system, a computer and software programs will be useless. When computers were first introduced, the user interacted with them using a command line interface, which required commands. Today, almost every computer is using a graphical user interface operating system that is much easier to use and operate. Some examples of computer operating system are Microsoft Windows 7 and Apple Mac OS.
Hello, my name is Daniel and I am going to talk about Windows 7. Windows 7 is a version of the operating system Windows, or Microsoft Corp. Its predecessor was Windows Vista. It was launched to the market in October 2009. Requirements of the system. The minimum requirements of the system to use Windows 7 in computers are processor with 32 bits or 64 bits to 1 GHz or more, memory RAM of 1 GB or memory RAM of 2 GB. Available space in hard disk of 16 GB or 20 GB. Graphical device DirectX 9 with controller WDDM 1.0 or upper. Desktop. Once Windows is loaded in memory, there appears the window called Desktop, from which the user takes the control of the computer. The working area is composed by the following elements: desktop, mouse pointer, icons, and taskbar. Description of some icons. The recycle bin, shortcuts, files, and folders. Description of the taskbar, like for example button or start menu, open applications area, direct access area, and status area. Start menu or set button. It shows a blank area where the user can organize and personalize the files according to his/her preferences. The Start menu has the following basic parts. Left pane. It shows a list of the recently used programs by the user, and it contains the options of all programs and search box. Right pane. It permits the access to folders, files, options and configuration, etc. Jump list. The jump lists are lists of recent applications as files, folders, or web pages organized by the program determined to open it. Like, for example, all programs and find programs and files. Right pane. The right pane of the Start menu shows indispensable elements of Windows, which are User, Documents, Images, Music, Computer, Control pane, Printers and faxes, Set program access and defaults, and Help and support. Dialog boxes. A dialog box is a window that permits to execute an option, perform questions, or give information to the user, or indicates the status or progress of an action of a process. Task pane. The task pane is similar to a dialog box. It is just presented in a pane instead of a separate window, and it has more direct access. Types of buttons. In Windows there are different types and styles of buttons. Next it is mentioned some of them: checkbox, option button, command button, text box, drop down button, expand button, and split button. Libraries. They are defined as locations in which all kinds of documents, music, images, and other files are administrated. The library joins stored files in many locations. Libraries actually do not store elements, but they monitor folders that contain them and permit to obtain access to such elements and organize them in many ways. The version of Windows 7 contains by default 4 libraries: Documents, Picture, Music, and Video. Aerosnap and Aeropeak. Aerosnap is a function that is used to anchor a view to the left or to the right side of the screen. An Aeropeak is a function that makes transparent all open windows in order to see the entire screen. That's all. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alexa Gomez and I'm gonna talk to you about the basic tasks of Windows 7. Well, in Windows 7 you can personalize your computer. This means that you can do several things with it, and one of them is to change the image of the user's account that is displayed in the upper part of the right pane of the Start menu. You can also change the background desktop, also known as wallpaper, and it can be changed by one already including Windows or by any image that you download and save through the library of images. You can also modify the color of the windows from the Start menu and from the taskbar. And you can also change the sound of the system that are sounds laid when a determined event is produced in the computer. Windows 7 also permits you to change the screensaver. That is an animation that appears in the screen when it's inactive by a determined period of time. Also, you can personalize the icons on the desktop. You can change their size, their order, and their alignment in the desktop. Windows 7 also allows you to personalize the mouse. That means giving the pointer some other options and forms. Windows 7 also permits you to personalize your start menu and also to personalize your taskbar. You can personalize it by changing the applications in there or changing its size. Another basic task of Windows 7 is its edition options. This means copying, paste, rename, cut, and delete. Also, a basic task is the recycle bin that is a file container where it is stored temporarily the deleted files. It is used to permit you to recover those files deleted by accident or anything. Another task of Windows 7 is to create a folder in which you can also save other documents. Another basic tasks included in Windows 7 are the jump list, that are lists of recent elements as files, folders, or web pages organized by the program that is used to open them. Windows permits to open this type of elements with jump lists to access them in an easy and quickly way. Another basic task of Windows 7 is that it has 4 libraries that are named Documents, Pictures, Music, and Videos. Those are the basic libraries in Windows 7, but you can also create new libraries.
Hello, my name is Jorge, and I'm going to explain you the special task of Windows 7. The option Backup and Restore permits you to create backups of the personal file that you consider the most important. For doing this action, perform the following sequence: Start menu, then Control pane, next System and Security, and finally Backup your computer. It is shown that Windows backup or restore your files with the following options: Create an image system, create a system repair disk, and backup settings. Next, we have the Action Center, another special task of Windows. The Action Center permits the user to see the alerts and perform the necessary actions to operative system Windows 7 works without problems. To open the Action Center, follow the sequence. First, Start menu, then Control pane, next, System and Security, and finally review your computer status. And then we have the security in the computer equipment. First, the firewall. A firewall is a whole system of defense, blocking or allowing the passage of information from internet and prevents that hacker or people have access to the computer equipment. Then we have the antivirus. Antivirus software prevents, detects, and performs pertinent actions to delete and or remove malware. Next, we have to defragment the hard disk. The defragment the hard disk helps the equipment to have access to all data in a quickly way. The fragmentation occurs as time goes by when the user stores, delete, or change files or folders. And then we have the Windows Ready Boost. The Windows Ready Boost is a way to optimize the performance of the computer when working with daily tasks and something like that. And finally, we have the Windows Memory Diagnostic Tools. If, for example, when the RAM fails, we have to use the WMDT, that means the Windows Memory Diagnostic Tools. And then, to eject the Windows Memory Diagnostic Tools, we have 2 steps to do. Better said, there are 2 ways to eject the Windows Memory Diagnostic Tools. First, we have to restore now and check for problems. Before activating this option, you must save and close all open files. And the other way is check for problems the next time when you start your computer. This option will be activated the next time Windows starts. And that's all for my part, and thank you.